Hello investors, it's Umoren, your trusted money coach. Today, the market gave us a mix of excitement, reality check, and a rare earth surprise. Let's break it down in 2 minutes so you can understand what really matters, especially if you are new to investing. Let's start with the good news. Tech stayed strong. Nvidia shares jumped over 4% today after the US gave them the green light to resume chip sales to China. Translation? More money, more momentum, and yes, Nvidia is still flexing that $4 trillion market cap. And AMD also popped 6% for the same reason. China is back open for chip business and investors are loving it. But banks, not so lucky. BlackRock fell nearly 6% after a single client pulled out $52 billion last quarter. That's right, billion with a B. Wells Fargo also dropped over 5% after lowering the next year income forecast. And even JP Morgan, which beat earnings, still fell. So what does this teach us as investors? Even strong companies can dip if big money moves or guidance changes. Earnings alone does not always tell the full story, so look at the bigger picture. Now, let's talk about the hottest underdog, MP Materials. Never heard of it? Don't worry, you are not alone. But they run the only rare earth mine in the US. Their stock has exploded up nearly 400% this year. Today alone, it jumped nearly 20% after Apple announced a $500 million deal to buy magnets for iPhone from MP's recycled material plants. Apple even paid them $200 million upfront, and the magnets won't even be delivered until 2027. Now, here's where this gets educational. Rare earth materials are critical for tech and military purposes, but China dominates this industry. So when China tightens supply and the US fights back with tariffs, companies like MP Materials become very important and valuable. And that's why the Pentagon even bought a $400 million stake just last week. And speaking of strategic moves, today the market finally smiled at me. MetaPlanet dropped below $10, and I took a chance to pick up 1,000 shares at about $9.59. And that's just under a $10,000 investment into my Bitcoin play. Honestly, I'm hoping it dips again tomorrow so I can grab more shares, because when strong assets go on sale, I go shopping. And here is a key takeaways from today's market overview. Tech is hard again. Nvidia, AMD, banks are shaky. JP Morgan, BlackRock, and Wells Fargo. MP Materials, a great example of finding opportunities before they hit mainstream. And MetaPlanet, my personal play into Bitcoin exposure through equities. I'm Umoren, your trusted money coach. I teach beginners like you how to start investing the right way. If you're ready to learn how to make your money work for you, my next stock market masterclass starts August 1st. The link is in the description below. May your profit go up and your stress go down. I will see you tomorrow.